What's up everybody, my name is Grecko and today we're going to be looking at 5 separate Minecraft houses, each in their own unique biome. Now these aren't starter houses by any means, but if you are able to build one on your first night in Minecraft, then congratulations, you're a god. Now with that said, none of these houses are in any particular order, so let's get started. Starting us off at number 5, we got ourselves a pizza house. Now out of all the houses in this video, this one's one of the smaller houses, but in my opinion it's one of the nicer houses. Now I didn't mean for this house to come out looking like a modern house, but I gotta say I was really happy with it. So much so that I ended up adding a little water feature just to kind of play along with the idea of it being a modern house. Of course with that the furnishing is going to be very minimalistic and really simple, but I don't show any of that till at the end of the video when all 5 houses have been completed. So if you want to see how I decorate this house, you're going to have to wait until then. All that said, I hope you guys enjoy. At number 4, we have the flower forest house. I believe that's the name of the biome. So the software I was using stopped working for some reason, so I can't show you guys me building this. Just know that, again, this is one of those things where the furnishing comes at the end, but I figured I'd show you guys what number 4 looks like here in the cliffside. Now, out of all of the houses, this one has to be one of my favorite ones to look at night. See, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I love the way this looks and the reflection of the light on the water. Like, I don't know what to say, it's just something that I really, really like seeing. Anyway, on to number 3. At number 3, we have just the regular forest. Well, house with the regular forest. I know what you're thinking. That doesn't look like a forest, that kind of looks like a plain right before a forest. But just know that I had to clear out the forest to make room for the house because I like the location. Now, out of all the houses, this one's probably one of the bigger ones, but it does use simple shapes. The majority of the house is just made up of a whole bunch of squares, or rectangles. When it comes to wood, I really do like dark oak, so that's what ended up making up the majority of this build. My personal favorite feature out of the whole thing has to be the little bridge that goes over the water to the little area that will later be the master bedroom. Honestly, if I had to pick any one thing that I really liked about this house, that would have to be it. And it's just because there's water underneath it. I don't know, I thought it was cool. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoy number 3. At number 2, we got the desert biome. One of my favorite biomes in all of Minecraft. I really couldn't tell you why, I just really enjoy it. Now the software for this one crapped out on me again, so I can't show it in a time lapse. Right here I built this cool little water feature, which I really enjoyed, and I filled it with tropical fish. I even put soul sand, so whenever the fish swam over it, it looked like they were jumping out of the water, which I thought was cool. None of them are doing it right now, but they were earlier. Now I don't know what it is about desert architecture, at least in Minecraft, that I really enjoy. But looking at this house, it's one of those builds where I'm really proud of it. I can't tell you why, I just know that seeing the build as what it is, something that makes you feel really good inside. Well, I forgot to take my bed out before I showed you guys all this. Oops. And at number 1, we have the easiest house out of all of them to build. At least in my opinion. Now there's not much to say about this one other than it's in a plains biome. Now, plains tend to be kind of boring, so just any kind of architecture that kind of stands out. I don't know, I have a hard time making anything that I feel like it blends in. So for this one, I ended up taking a page out of the villager book and made a house that you would expect to see in a plains biome village, which is honestly what this kind of looks like, and I'm not mad about it at all. Which in turn makes it simple and easy to copy. Matter of fact, I feel like this is the kind of house that I would end up making as my first actual base. Just because the materials are so easy to get, I feel like this is probably the easiest way to get a nice big house in a short amount of time. And just like that, we now get a chance to see what they would look like fully furnished. Keep in mind, I am not the best interior decorator in the world, so this might not come out looking exactly amazing. But I did try my best, and I hope you guys enjoy. For the plains, I decided to keep it classic, and a lot of what you're going to see is stuff that one would typically put in a vanilla Minecraft house. Keep in mind, all the houses have a storage room somewhere in the house, because that is a vital part of survival, and that's honestly where you spend 90% of your time, in your own house. Now with the desert house, I feel like I rushed the interior design. Because I mean, even looking at the video now, there's parts where I didn't put any plants in the pots. But honestly, I don't think it looks bad. I try to add as much color as I could. And honestly, I feel really good about it. It's nice and colorful in the desert, and I like it. So it works, for me, at least. Now this one I ended up leaving a lot of open hallways, and most of that's just because to me this house feels kind of warm. Like it has a nice cozy feel to it. Honestly, this is the kind of house that I really should have built in the mountains. And I really didn't want to obstruct a lot of the windows, which you will see here in a bit, since I'm a big fan of the windows. It lets you see the nature around you, and to me it really completes the build. And without the windows, I really don't think I would even bothered with any kind of decoration, since, I mean, the window's completed for me. Alright, so the decoration for this one was a lot harder, mainly because this is basically, it's not really a cliffside house, but it's a cave house. And I have a hard time designing anything with those, because I feel like if I go too big, there's too much room. If I go too small, there's not enough. But honestly, I don't feel too bad about this one. I ended up using a lot of stripped logs for like the majority of the build, but they have such a nice texture that I figured it went really well. Ended up turning the window room into the bedroom just because of the view, and I kind of just crammed everything else into that upper little corner. Still love the way it looks at night though. And finally, number 5. So with this one, like I said earlier, being a modern house, the details had to be kept to a minimum. So I did end up having to fit a lot into a little itty bitty room. But a part of that has to do with the fact that this is a really small house. So I kind of had to cram things in there. I mean, even the actual garden in and of itself is really, really small. It really wouldn't, I don't think it would do you any good in survival at least. But honestly, the house looks really nice. So hey, win some, you lose some, you know? Alright guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. But before we leave, I want to take a boat to do this little water feature. Honestly, I was thinking about doing this the whole time I was building it, and now we are going to. Let's go ahead and place our boat and get going. Alright, and as I'm doing this, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.